So the theme of this event is small business, big vision. And I do a number of things, but a core of what I do is in marketing and communications, and I've supported businesses over the past 5 years to achieve their business goals. And I know Mr. Tola here is going to speak about branding and marketing, branding and storytelling to an extent. So I'm going to just focus a bit on something that you can apply right about now once you leave here for your business, your startup. How many of us are business owners here? Can you show by wave of hands? Awesome. How many of us, maybe you're not a business owner, but you're a creative, you are a content creator, you have a YouTube channel. Can I see your hands? Awesome. So what I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be very applicable to wherever you are. And we're going to be talking about how to use social media to grow your business or your page, however you like it. And as introduced, my name is Chimdiebube Orji. Next slide, please. So social media is very popular all over the world, and studies say that Nigeria is like one of the top 5 major users of social media. And we know that even just on Twitter, so you can see when something goes viral on Nigerian Twitter, it's like it goes viral everywhere. That's because Nigerians were loud, we're energetic, we are outspoken, and we show that also on social media. And also a study by the data reporter says that, you know, Nigerians spend a minimum of over 3 hours on social media. And what does that mean for your business? It means that you have opportunity to be in the eyes of an average Nigerian sometime within that 3 hours every day. And the thing about social media is that social media is cheap. You know, when you want to print, the cost of printing all these flyers, the banners, is a lot of money. I've planned events and I know how much it costs. But with social media, you can get that for free. You can get into somebody's face for free. So how do we use that knowledge as a business owner? It's about the fact that social media is no longer just about chatting or posting about your favorite food. It's an opportunity for people to search for things. You know, people go on Instagram and they want to search for, you know, jeans. You want to buy jeans, you want to buy something, you want to buy an iPhone, right? People are now using social media as a search tool. The way they search for things on Google, right now people are using social media for that. In fact, in the past 3 to 6 months, TikTok searches, you know, the SEO is now becoming more apparent, which means if you post on TikTok, it's going to show up like on your Google search. That's because they've recognized that people are now using social media for a lot more. So, next slide, please. So it means that you have ample opportunity to do more, to reach more people and make more sales. So based on our session, I would like it to be very practical. So our goal is to learn Instagram strategies for sales and ads. And why Instagram? How many of us have Instagram accounts? How many of us are on Facebook? If you're on Facebook, so there's Facebook, there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's Twitter. There are a number of platforms, right? However, in the world of marketing, Instagram is still a gold mine. Even though we have TikTok, we have Facebook. That's because, for example, with Facebook people, there's a way they behave in terms of, I'm sure maybe you've noticed it, sometimes people run ads and then in your comments, somebody is telling you the story of their life. Like they are commenting such random things on Facebook. I don't know why it happens like that, but Facebook has a way around it. But you see Instagram has a thing where people on Instagram, and the way Instagram is structured is better for sales. TikTok is a developing space, particularly here. It's one of the fastest growing segments of social media. But today, we're going to focus a lot on Instagram because, for example, we're in Abakaliki, and in as much as there's so much information out there, we are here in Abakaliki, and majority of us are here. So the strategies that we're learning will help you as a business owner here in Abakaliki to make sales. Because the people in Abakaliki, the ones on Instagram, pay more than the ones on Facebook. I don't know if you've noticed. Anybody that is a business owner, you've noticed that the person on Instagram will not stress you too much. But the person on Facebook, they'll ask you if you're doing payment on delivery. They'll ask you if you will not sell. Maybe the item is 20,000. Say, will you sell for 2,000 naira? It can be a bit unreasonable. So while we're focusing a bit on Instagram, all the principles we're going to be learning here will be applicable to any social media platform. Next slide, please. So how many of us post regularly on Facebook or any other platform? Can you wave? You use WhatsApp to sell, you use any of the platforms to sell. But the thing is, maybe it's possible that in the past few weeks or months, you've become frustrated because they told you that it's to post. So you've been posting, but nobody is buying. You've even run ads, but the ads, nobody is clicking. Or they enter your DM and the only thing they're asking is questions. But when they're done asking questions, they don't buy. Some of the reasons why people aren't buying is because they don't even know what you're selling. They see your post every day, but they are confused as to what you really do. Many of us have very unclear bios. Your bio does not even show that you are in Abakaliki, or you are in Lagos, or you are anywhere. You just post, you just put ready to wear, you're selling clothes, but people don't even know what type of clothes. They don't know who you service. They don't know information. They come on you post a picture of your cake and you didn't write a caption. How are they supposed to decipher what it is, or what kind of order, or how to make those decisions that will help them buy from you, right? Another reason people don't buy from you is because your content is very low quality. You post blurry pictures. The way you organize your content, people don't even, it's very difficult for them to even assess. They don't take you seriously because your content is low quality. Another reason is what? No offers. So you ran an ad, you baked a cake, and the caption was about, this cake meant the world to me. Thank you, Sister Oluchi, for giving me this order. Then you took that post and you ran an ad. What do you want people to use the ad to do? They will see the post. Maybe they will like it, maybe they don't. But it doesn't do anything for them. But it's different if the post was independent sales. Grab 2-tier, 6-inch red velvet cake with buttercream icing. Our normal price is 10,000 naira, but because it's independence, we're going to give you for 5,000 naira. Delivery is going to start next week, and this offer is open for 3 days. This offer is open only for people within Abakaliki. To order, send us a WhatsApp message to this. Which of the ads is somebody going to respond to? I'm pretty sure it's the second one, because you've given them information. They know what you're selling. They know why they should buy this time and not next week. But the other caption is about how the cake stressed you. There was no light. People of God, do you know what is even happening? I'm so stressed. All those things, people, like Mr. Ezekiel said, they care about themselves. They're about their interest. So if you are selling something and you're not giving them reasons why that thing is of importance to them, or why they should buy right now and not next year, they're not going to buy. They wouldn't even engage, right? So this is one of the reasons that we're selling. And that's linked to what? Poorly optimized ads. You run an ad that is showing the story of your life, and then you're using it to run a messaging ad. What do you want them to DM you? But if you run an ad and the ad is showing your store before and your store now you've renovated, people might be curious to check out your profile to see, who is this person, right? So you even being able to choose the right type of ad to run and the right type of content might be the reason why you've spent 60,000 naira this year on ads and nothing is working for you. Next slide, please. And just to mention, right, I know that there's a lot of content online. People are saying, you have to do crazy things. And so we have a lot of business owners who are dancing, who are doing funny things. They are talking about gossip. You're engaging in a lot of vile things just so that you can grab attention. I'm here to let you know that you don't need to do that. You don't need to go, if you are a person that is not, you're a bit camera shy, you are not one person to be dancing or doing rash things or standing on the road just to do publicity. You don't need to do that to sell your product. You don't need to do that to get jobs if you're creative. You don't need to become a skit maker and be dressing, cross-dressing, just so that people would notice you. I assure you today that there are people who want to buy from you, but they don't know you. They don't know why you are different, and they don't have reasons as to why they should patronize you right now. That is because when it comes to sales, there's something they call the sales funnel. People don't always just find you and buy from you immediately. Some people, they are selling what they need, but they don't even know they have that problem. And that is that they need to become aware of the fact that they have a problem that you are solving. Some people, even after they know, they're trying to consider, these people, their cake is too expensive. You know, she has a lovely, our videographer has a lovely Ankara trouser. I'm like, I can't buy this, so why is her own 10,000 naira? I'm still thinking of the one to buy. Maybe I'll buy from this person. He has a friend. The person is considering why they should buy from you. They are considering all the options on the market, right? They also have the decision-making stage where now they're about to make that decision. So as a vendor, as a business owner, people along the entire sales funnel are coming on your page. And you need to be able to attend to them across the page. So your content needs to speak to someone who says, let's say, I manufacture hair care products, right? Some people don't even know that maybe hair breakage, right? Hair breakage is a problem many people are having. So people don't know that the reason that their hair is breaking is because it's dry and they need to retain moisture. If you come and tell them, come and buy, why should they buy? They should buy because if they use this product, it's going to help seal in moisture and it will help reduce breakage. But first, they need to know that there is a connection between breakage and dry hair. So I need to have content that speaks to that. I also need to now have content, somebody that already says, oh, I'm battling dry hair, I'm battling breakage. I need to have content that speaks to why this particular hair butter is not like the other 15 hair butters on the market. Right? After that, I now need to speak to as to the fact that there are people who have used this product and this is their review, because that's going to help somebody make a decision. Because maybe the person is in Lagos and we have to deliver to the person. The person is thinking, oh, the product is 8.5. Why am I going to pay 3.5 for delivery when I can just go and buy another brand out there, right? So the fact and the reviews that I'm sharing is going to help strengthen the person's position so that the person can make a decision on the product. So as a business owner, if all your content is only speaking to one aspect of the sales funnel, you're going to have a problem, right? So being able to make sales and being able to reach, even for you as a creative, why should somebody work with you as a photographer? What makes you different? So if you're a photographer and you're trying to get somebody about the client, the awareness phase would be like, you know, Christmas is coming. And you're like, you know, Christmas season is here. You can't start a new year without taking pictures with your loved ones. Matching PJs. You are trying to make them aware of the fact that they need to what? Do matching PJs. But the person it never occurred to the person that the person needs to do that. So as a business owner, you need to think along these lines. But very quickly, we're going to look at a demo. Sorry, the screen is a bit small. But we're going to look at a bit demo of how your bio should look like as a business owner, regardless of whatever you do. And I find this to be very important and very instructive because in my experience, being here for a few years, many people are selling and they're frustrated, but they don't even know that something you spend the next 5-10 minutes optimizing could help you make more sales. So initially, I spoke about the fact that people are searching online. People are using social media to look for hairstylists in Lagos. You want to buy Ankara dress. You want to do take pictures. People are using social media. But what happens if people are searching for what you're selling, but they can't find you? And that's the story for many people seated here, right? So we're going to be looking at a demo page. This is a restaurant in Port Harcourt. It's called 15 on Herbert. And particularly, I like this page, and I like how they optimize. No, please stay on the same slide. The last slide, please. The one, yeah. No, yes. Yes. So we're going to be looking at the page, and you can, while we're speaking or once we're done, you can go over your page and make a few changes. So the first thing is the handle of the page is 15 on Herbert, right? That's the one that is right on top. That one that is on top, right? Now the next thing is the other part, which is the part that shows Port Harcourt restaurant. Now that is the SEO, that is the SEO in Instagram, right? Not your handle. There's the one that you can edit and it writes your name. If you are running a business, that inner one, the one that writes your name, should not just be your name, especially if you are not as big as Coca-Cola. It should speak to what you do and possibly your location. So for them, they are in Port Harcourt. So what did they write? Port Harcourt restaurant. They are not a booker. They are not a catering service, right? They are a restaurant. It's not a cafe. If it was a cafe, they would have written what? Cafe in Port Harcourt. But it's a Port Harcourt restaurant, which means they want people who are looking for restaurants in Port Harcourt to find them. And by doing that, anybody that searches, that was how I stumbled on them. I was looking for a restaurant in Port Harcourt and I found them. So if somebody types something where you are and they can't find you, it means that you're already losing jobs on your own. And that applies to any other page that you're on, whether it's TikTok, that inner name should be able to have something related to what you do and also your location. Now the next thing is, they're a restaurant, they put what? Their opening hours. So for you that are a photographer, are you available to travel? What specific information is helpful for you? So for them, one of the key things that there is that they open Monday to Sunday and they are open for 24 hours. And that's a selling point. So any restaurant, anybody that comes into Lagos in the middle of into Port Harcourt in the middle of the night, they know that they can get to 15 Herbert and they'll get food because they're open 24 hours. The next thing was what? What do you want customers to do? So to make bookings, how do they reach you? People write bios and your phone number is not there. Your address is not there. So for them, they said to order, they put the phone number that you can call. What else is it? What other further information is listed there? Is the fact that they do dining, which means you can come into the restaurant to sit down, they do takeout and they do deliveries. So it gives somebody who is, maybe the person is very late, it's the middle of the night, they're in a hotel, they know that they can call 15 Herbert and they would do a location. And finally, they wrote their address. If you're a business owner and you have a physical location, even if you don't even have a physical location, if so far you're operating within a state, even if you don't, you can just write Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. They wrote their precise address because they're a physical location. And then they put a link towards their WhatsApp. At least WhatsApp is the top most used social media platform in Nigeria right now. So even if you don't have a website, the link to your WhatsApp should be in your bio, because people prefer to just click on it and go straight to your WhatsApp before they will screenshot or copy out the phone number to make a call. And to do a WhatsApp link, you just put wa.me/234, put your number. That's your WhatsApp link, right? Now, one thing that 15 Herbert did is the fact that, apart from all that information, they put together the menu. There are some restaurants that they are running a business, but to find out the price of, or even what you sell, is so difficult. So for them, they put a drinks menu. And that drinks menu, they have the menu. Even if it doesn't have the price, at least you know what is there. They have videos and pictures of the things that they're selling. It's in their highlights. And to do highlights, you just post on your stories. Once it's archived, you save it there. They have their food menu. They have the events. So somebody who stumbles on 15 Herbert looking for a place to take his girlfriend for a proposal, he can go through without speaking to anybody. He can go through the page, know what they are selling, know how they operate, and make an informed decision from them. It's very stressful for business owners if we're still in 2025 and you're still putting DM for price, DM for this. You make the journey difficult for customers. And when the customer journey is difficult, they will look for somebody that is easier. Nobody wants to be stressed. So as a business owner, how can you make the decision easier for your customer? By optimizing your profile, by putting all the information. So if you sold dresses and your dresses take 10 days to make, right? You don't want to put ready to wear so that you say made to order because your clothes are made to order. It's not ready to. Ready to wear means that if I place order now, you can deliver to me right now. So if you are doing custom dresses, you write your content accordingly. Next slide, please. So we're going to look at a case study of a restaurant I worked with about a year ago. And this particular restaurant, they're not very popular. And they were struggling at the time. And so my husband referred them to me. Their page, their Instagram page and their Facebook page was banned. You know those things where you just wake up and everything is gone. So they didn't have a Facebook page, didn't have an Instagram page. Their sales was low, the restaurant was empty. And so they called me in to work with them. And we looked over their menu. They had good dishes, you know, the food was okay. The place wasn't the most aesthetic, you know, but he wasn't, the owner wasn't ready to make any, he was like, the business has to make money for him to invest some more. And that makes complete sense. So I was like, okay, we can work with that. So they shared some of the old pictures of the food that they had, and, you know, it didn't look so good. So I said, here's what we're going to do. We can't paint, we can't touch the internal structure, but you're going to get new plates. So we got new plates, we got new trays, and I was like, okay, I'm going to come in for a few days, and we're going to take pictures of all the food you have. And so we did that. So we started our Instagram page from zero. I started that page about a year ago, so that's September. And within the first 2 weeks, you know, the owner was frustrated. He was like, you're not doing anything. It's not working. You know, made all sorts of comments. I was like, you know, just trust me. So we started running ads probably in the 3rd week of September. We ran the first ad, and then, you know, and the thing with ads is that for many people, I know people say run 50,000 naira, you know, do 100,000. You're not doing 2 million. The ads will not work. But the thing is that at your level, start where you are. So we started with like the minimum. I think we ran about 13,000 naira for about 7 days, which was about $1 thereabout. Next slide, please. So by the end of October, sales had gone from 100,000 to about 250, 300,000. We were still at 20 followers on Facebook. We had 60 followers on Instagram, but sales had doubled. Guess what? Majority of the sales came from Instagram. I ran the ads on both Instagram and Facebook, but with that 60 followers that they had, people were walking into the store. Like, I saw your ad on Facebook. I saw your ad on Instagram. They were calling to know what it was. And this sort of beats the idea that, oh, to sell, you need to have 5,000 followers. No. People are looking to buy, but are you ready to sell? Right? So what was the thing that they, so this is like the Instagram feed. You know, it's a bit blurry, but you can see how the food is looking, right? It's very bright. I didn't buy lights. In fact, I took those pictures outside because the place was so dark. So they had a slab outside. We will go, we take the pictures. I'll stand on a stool, we take those pictures. But what do? We started highlighting combinations. They don't normally sell beans and plantain, but they sell beans, they sell plantain. I said put beans on plantain, and we snapped it. They don't sell the combinations were curated. Normally, they'll just say a soup is ready. They'll just snap the soup inside that big buffet dish, right? And that's it. But I would say, okay, serve out salad, put chicken on the side, put turkey on the side, bring out, you know, we created combinations. They made shawarma, and then we cut the shawarma in half and showed all the juiciness and all of that. And people were not engaging on those posts, so that's the crazy thing. We were still having less than 100 likes, less than 100 views. In fact, one video that even had like 1,000+ views, had 4 likes. But people were coming to buy. So when I was done with the job, you know, the owner didn't want to renew for reasons personal to him. And then after like 2 weeks, they called me that what is happening, that the sales have dropped. I said, I've left now. I've left. Because the thing is that there are strategies you would do. And what did we do? What I just showed you is what we did. We optimized the bio. The name in the caption was Cakes, Pastries, and Bread in Abakaliki, right? We put our opening hours, and at that time they were opening from about 8 a.m. to about 11 p.m. We put the link in our bio. right? We put pictures. We created a combo deal. They had all these snacks that, because they were a full-on bakery. So I got them to buy cake boxes. And then we put donuts and meat pie and chin-chin and drinks and said, okay, this package is 10,000 naira. We created another box. This package is 15,000 naira. And we had sales. So imagine, and at the end of the day, we only ended up running ads for 2 weeks. So with 2 weeks of ads, right? So we did an ad in September, we did one in October. With 2 weeks of ads, we doubled the revenue. It shows that people are online. They are trying to find you, but they don't know you. They don't know you, so how do you help them to find you? Next slide, please. So one of the mistakes people do when they're running ads is the fact that because you have money, or your husband has money, you have dollar, or you have naira, you just put your page, you just start running ads. And the ad doesn't work because you didn't do your work, right? So what happens is that you get frustrated. I remember I spoke to a business owner, and she was like, oh, that ads, the thing is so stressful. She has paid somebody 60,000, 60 plus to run ads, and the thing is not working. And when I looked over the page, I knew that the ad cannot go. Because I told her, we can't even know where you're running a beauty service. You have a physical location, but your address is not in your bio. What do you want people to do? How would they know that you are in their city? How do they know the services you're offering if your bio, so they clicked on your ad, they don't know anything about you. And I was like, that's probably why it's not working, right? So here are a few things you should do before you run the next ad. One is to post consistently. You can't run an ad and the last time you posted was 2023, and the ad you're running was 2023 ad. You're still running it in 2025. People are going to be like, before the person will scam me, are you sure it's still the way it is? And people have a lot of fear. People have been scarred by other business owners. What I ordered versus what I got, right? So before people will see your content and want to buy from you, they want to feel like, at least this person is like a get sense more. Right? So you need to post consistently. And I've already spoken about high quality content. You don't need to have a major set. You see that sunlight outside is one of the best things you can do. It's one of the best things. If you even have green carpet like this and you just hold the item that you're selling and you snap it, so far the ground is green, right? You can get a good picture. You can borrow your friend's picture. I'm sure that at least you will know somebody that has. Borrow it, please, can I use your phone for 30 minutes? You buy the person shawarma, and then you snap all the picture. When you finish snapping the picture, you collect the picture on your phone. You have content for weeks, and you're posting. So post quality content. What are you selling? You're selling T-shirts. How does the T-shirt appear? Don't go and screenshot T-shirt from Jumia. We can even see the tag that is from Jumia. The thing is blurry, and you post it, and you want somebody to buy. If it's you, will you buy? You won't buy. Right? So you need to develop your own content. I know that there is AI, and I want to put a sense of caution. I know that there is AI, but what we are trying to do is to build trust. If you're using just purely AI on your page to sell, people will not buy. Because they're like, how do you know this thing is real? Are you sure this people will not scam me? So put an element of what? Human factor. Get a friend of yours to model for you. If there's a fine place like that, at least Salt Lake Hotel is not too far. I have a brand. I go there sometimes and I go and snap a picture and I come back. Go and take nice pictures. Go outside and take nice pictures. Describe your content properly. How do you sell? Where is your location? Is delivery free? What should they do when they see it? Do you want them to call? Do you want them to WhatsApp you? Always have a call to action for your content. Don't just post and then you expect them, as per Holy Spirit, to know what you want them to do. Do you want them to, is it a pre-order? Let's say you are selling food and then you are doing a box for independent. Is it pre-order or is anytime they call, is always available? You need to be able to have that information. Share reviews, share testimonials. Get some of your customers who can do video for you. If they cannot do video, they should send picture. If they cannot send picture, they should type the review on WhatsApp, screenshot and share. Share behind the scenes. Buy a tripod. You can buy a tripod. Even if you don't have tripod, if you get adapter, the adapter that has 3 mouths, if you put your phone, it will stand. Just put it somewhere, right? Get a friend of yours to hold the camera while you pack an order, right? And say, even if it's only you that is in the company, as we prepared our order for one of our most amazing clients, and then you show the order. You are sending it out. What is that doing for you? It's helping the people who are coming across your page to see that you're a real person. You're not a scammer. You are humanizing your brand. And you don't need to be even sitting in front of the camera to do that. They can just be watching you work, right? Next thing is, I've already mentioned this, use videos and photos. Use AI, but don't depend on it as your primary source of information. And respond quickly to comments and DM. If somebody DM you, the thing with people, and people have even said this in videos, that sometimes people want to buy, is in the middle of the night, they saw that thing. The craving was in the middle of the night, right? You now took 24 hours to say it's not available. Or the delivery is 5,000, like, don't worry, I've already, the urge has gone. The opportunity has been missed, right? As much as possible, respond quickly and be polite to your customers. This is something that people have reportedly talked about this online. You are responding to your customers one word. How much is this? You are doing, like, be able to respond to your customers and don't wait for certain information. If somebody has already asked how much, as I say in the price, be sharing your account number. Say, please, let me know when you've made payments. Don't be waiting for them to share, ask you for, that information. If there are details that the person should know, provide those details. Don't wait for them to ask you. It makes it easier for them. So if they said, oh, I want to buy this Ashoke or this t-shirt, you now say, oh, hello, good morning. We have this t-shirt in blue, green, and red. We have sizes medium, large, and extra large. And we deliver within 5 to 10 working days, right? To make payments, please. If that was in the middle of the night, right, you've given the person enough information to make a decision now. But if you are selling the t-shirt, you did not share the colors you have available. You did not share how you deliver. Before you people finish making that exchange, maybe the person, the friend has already called, you have an event, the person has dropped their phone, and that decision is up. So make it your point of duty to help your customers to make that decision fast. Don't wait for them, right? So ads will always work best when your page feels credible. So if you've been posting regularly, you have behind the scenes, you've been posting reviews, and you respond quickly, the probability of you making a sale is higher than somebody who has not posted in 3 weeks or 1 month because they didn't feel like it. Next slide. So we're going to be talking about offers because that is so integral to running ads. I know that many of us already know about social media, so that's why I'm focusing a bit on ads. Now, when it comes to ads, please do not run ads from Instagram. I know it's convenient. I know it's easier, seemingly easier, but don't do it. It's a waste of your money. The result you think you are getting on Instagram, if you open Meta Business Suite or Facebook ads or Meta Ads Manager to run that ad, the result can even be a lot better. So there is a platform and an app that is called Meta Business Suite. Find it on your App Store or Google Play Store and download it. That is an app that you should have as a business owner. And if you have staff, it is your best friend. Why? Because through Meta Business Suite, you can manage all your chats across the Meta platform. So whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, I think even WhatsApp as well. And you can give access to your staff to respond to only DMs without necessarily giving them your Instagram password. I know many of us can be very hesitant to give out your password, right? But through Meta Business Suite, somebody can post, they can like, they can share, they can post, they can respond to comments, they can respond to DMs, and they won't get full access to the platform. So that protects you as a business owner, right? It puts all the comments in one place. So instead of you going to check Facebook, has somebody commented, you go back to Instagram. Meta Business Suite brings everything together. So download it and make it your friend. Now, through Meta Business Suite, you can run ads. But through Facebook Ads Manager, you can even run ads as well. But the thing is that Facebook Ads Manager is a bit more complex. So at least if you are just starting, you can use Meta Business Suite. And the thing is that even when it comes to your content, once you have a good ad creative, you don't need to do too much customization on the demography, certain things. Here in Ebonyi State, for example, most of the active users are between 18 to 35. Maybe you can have 35 to 45, but that's like 18 to 44 is like the major segment, right? So except you're selling to much older people, those are the people you would likely target. But if you have a good ad, you will get better reviews, get better results. So when choosing your ad, you need to know what is your primary goal. As a business owner, your major goal is to make sales, right? So if you have an offer, right? I see someone is selling perfumes there, right? And you your perfumes. The ad option you likely pick might be a messaging ad, not a visit my profile ad, not necessarily get more engagement, but visit my messaging. So as a perfume vendor, you want to run sales, and you put together the content. So instead of you just posting 10 perfumes and say come and buy, you can decide to put together a collection. So this collection is for the woman who wants to be it. You know, you want to feel feminine. You know, there's this femininity, something that is trending. Like, you want to feel elegant and feminine, right? So you put together a collection. That collection is 3 perfumes, and it's 10,000 naira, right? By putting together that collection, sometimes with perfume people don't even know the one they want to buy. So by you making an offer for them, say this one, if you want to be like this, is for this. For the man, is like this. You want this, you create an offer. And that's what I did with the food boxes. So that helps customers who are not sure of what they want to do. It helps to make their decision process easier. You put together the collection. And if you're putting together an offer, don't put more than maybe 3. So don't have 15 different collections or this thing that you're promoting. So that people know the one that they want to pick. At another time, you can promote more. So Black Friday is coming. As a business owner, you should begin to think about it. If you're selling skincare products, for example, put together a budget-friendly, you want to do skincare under 20,000, I have something for you. You have oily skin, this is the one you should buy. You are into makeup and you don't know the basics to get, you put together an offer. Then you use those kind of content to run ads. You will get better results because it reduces the questions they would ask. And putting all the details in terms of like the price, the contact, the delivery, helps to shorten that. Now, brand awareness, if you're trying to promote, maybe open a new location, the content should be around that. You're able to showcase the location there. So if I was trying to portray Bethel City, for example, you know, you show the aesthetics, you show the environment. So that way they will click to know your profile and say, okay, this place is in my neighborhood, I'll check it out, right? So choose the right context for your ads. Focused and well-prepared ads always get the best results. Sorry, let me just... okay, so the next slide, please. So here's a checklist for you today. Optimize your profile. Check if your page is speaking to the people you want to, to sell to. Post content that converts. Show the behind the scenes, take nice pictures. There's so much content online for you to learn, how to edit, even if CapCut is paid, there are other apps. Don't use that as an excuse, right? Create smart offers. Make the decision easier for somebody to buy. You're selling Ankara trousers, put 3 together. Oh, we're selling for this, is free. If you pre-order at this time, you get 5,000 naira discount. Whatever it is, make it a deal that is irresistible that the person would want to buy right now. And finally, clarity about what you're selling, who you're selling to, why your product stands out, as well as consistently posting, and quality content will give you more sales. Thank you.